Hi, Chelsea. I'm going to give you some feedback on your portfolio now that I have access to it. So thank you for giving me that access. It's better if you give me your self-evaluation in point form, as if you're making points and then I convinced of each point. And it also is better if you use this self-grading guide. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be done here, but it's very helpful, especially when you want to make a case for a grade for your project or for your final grade. Okay, so you spend about 60 minutes on this, and you've talked a bit about what you've learned, but I don't see the actual task, the detailed task of what you were supposed to be doing. So the briefing document, the study guide, the audio overview, the mind map, those things don't seem to be there. So this would be kind of like a B plus quality. Look, I'd like a little more detail on what you did and your feelings about or your assessment about how well it worked, particularly with Notebook LM because it's one of the most important tools. Now, you have your personal project here. You can see here, I don't have access to it. So we're getting an access here. You're creating these documents. I can see here, you create the documents outside here. And unfortunately, if you don't put them in here, I don't have access. So I can't give you any feedback on that. So you spend about 3 hours. You're looking at integrating Gen AI into grade 4 ESL. Great idea. Oh, okay, and Nunavut for phospholipid. Okay, that's a very ambitious and I think very useful project. However, and I'm just going to put a reminder here. Comment. I don't have access to this. You have to go into share here, over here, and then give me edit access. Okay. Let me just bring that down. All right, moving on. Your community contributions, team. Yeah, okay, you've done this in a paragraph format, but that's okay. So that's solid, and you've given a good link. But it would be good if you take this link actually here. See the link there? I'm going to copy it. So I'm going to go right click. Let's see how we're going to do this because I use Control C, so it's a little different. So you can do copy and then go over here and then right click and insert link. And then I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste the link in there and do that. So I don't need the link. Now that link's pretty short, so it's okay, but a lot of links are really long, and so that's a problem. So I would say because I don't have access to your project, and you didn't give me details on the Gen AI activity, I would suggest that this is more at a B plus. So B plus from teachers' perspective. So it's easy enough to change that, right? So moving on to week 2. Oh, okay, you've done it in tabs. Lovely. So you're giving yourself A plus, so solid. You're giving lots of reasons there. So that's yeah, you've given lots of reasons there, so that's good. You have the Gen A activity here, and I'm going to look, and I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, you were supposed to produce a document called L2 Information Literacy. Oh, wait a second. No, you went to Conmingo. Oh, good. That's fantastic. So you're doing looking at Conmingo, and here's the evaluation. But I don't have access to it. So I'm going to, instead of just keep typing that in there, I'm going to make it bright yellow. Oops, that's not going to work. We'll get some here. We'll do green. So that means that's missing. Okay. As soon as I see that, A plus. And then here you've got your personal AI project on ACell, but I don't have a link. So that's a problem. You can see, I just want to see your work, right? Missing link. Okay. And so I'm going to move along here. Community contributions are solid. Okay, yep, this is all good. Okay, really good actually. This is nice, but I would like you to do labeled links. You see how that's a link with a label? I would like you to do that. Again, this is pretty short, but sometimes those links are long. So for week 2, again, if I could see what you have, I can see that it's quite capable of the A+, but unless I get those links, so please get those links to me. I'm going to say that, again, you've given good reasons here. You've got these culturally relevant materials. We're looking at, let's see what we do in lesson 3. You were looking at solving your problems. Okay. So you've got some reflections. Here's the activity, and I don't have access. So these are kind of big problems for me, because then I have to go back and do this again. I'm gonna, where's that? I'm just gonna request access here. Oh, there's no access there. You looked at Conmingo this week, and your evaluation is somewhere. Here we are, and request access. So I'm missing that access. I'm going to say this is probably a pattern where you've done A+ quality work, but I don't have access to what you've produced. Preteens. Oh, okay. I do have access here. You've created the video. Excellent. That I would agree. That is A+. You've done that. What is this about? Oh, the weekly project. I don't have access to the project. So if I don't have access to the project, that's a problem. Insert comment, no link to project. Okay. And so you've got a good analysis of that. You've got a good great in-class summary. I am pretty sure that this isn't here because we weren't required to do that. So you can just delete that, right? We're not, and then we have week 5. Again, you've given yourself A+. Good reasoning here. Here's my reflection on, so I don't have access to that. And yes, you have a good reflection there. I don't have access. So that's missing. I'm going to put that in, make it as look ugly as possible. So you will change it. Now, that's interesting. Week 6. So I don't see anything here, right? So that can't possibly be an A+. But maybe you're just in the process of that. And then week 6, you're always starting an A+ here. But obviously things are missing. So up to week 4, I would suggest that you're at right now a B+, but if I can see the documents, that's a solid A to A+. I do want to see what's going on with the project. Okay, that's my feedback.